Hello guys, open your book, go to page 372, and the topic of our today's class is, now you see it. Before going to the main topic, let's watch this video.
As you can see, this goes in the water and to another. Matter can change from one stage to another. Well, as you can see, this goes in the water, and this is snowman, and here is a lake which it has a lot of fog on it. Now, the certain condition must be in place. Let's click each picture to find out what happens. Let's click on this. Well, as you see this lake, at 100 degrees Celsius, water boils, and you can see the vapor on the lake. Have you seen bubbly hot water boiling on the stove? Have you ever? Well, boiling water is changing from a liquid into a gas. Liquid into a gas, and liquid water does not have to boil to become a gas. Water from a pond and sweat on your arm can become a gas without being 100 degrees Celsius. And when liquid water becomes a gas below 100 degrees Celsius, it is called evaporation. This is the process that we call it evaporation. Let's click on this photo to see what happens. Gas changes back into a liquid when it cools. This process, the opposite of evaporation, is called condensation. The process of turning from gas to liquid. Again, these geese are in the pond, and the situation, the condition of the water is liquid, and this process from gas to this process, the opposite of evaporation, is called condensation. And the next process, this is coming as solid, from liquid to solid. This is the one state of water. Do you think that liquid water can change into a solid, guys? Of course it can change. And this process happens when water freezes, and also it cools down to 0 degrees Celsius. So water from 20-30 degrees Celsius is at this situation, and when it comes down, when it cools down to 0 degrees Celsius, it freezes. As ice warms up, it melts at 0 degrees Celsius and becomes water. So when it goes up, the temperature goes up and reaches the 0 degrees Celsius, and then after that 1 degree, 2 degree, the water will become as liquid. Now here, let's match the process of the sentence that best describes it. Here we have melting, evaporation, condensation, and freezing. The cases of here are water changes to ice. But the action that water changes to ice is, that's right, it's freezing. And when water vapor changes to water, do you remember the gas? That turns to water again. It is It is condensation. That's right. And when ice changes to water, what's happening? This action is melting.
Now guys, we understood that. What is condensation and evaporation again? By looking at our page 372, we will see this topic. Now you see it. Liquid water can change to a gas without boiling. Look at a drawing of a puddle. What changes do you see? This temperature speaks, and it says that water can evaporate at temperatures below 100 degrees Celsius. So, water can evaporate at temperatures below 100 degrees Celsius. And look at this text. Before looking, this is a pond and stone or a ball here. But why it is disappeared here? There's no pond, just like that. Let's see. Liquid water does not have to boil to become a gas. When you sweat on a hot day, the water on your skin disappears. The liquid water turns into a gas. So the liquid water turns into a gas, and this is called evaporation. Repeat after me. Evaporation. The liquid water turns into a gas, and we call it evaporation. And water can evaporate from other places, such as a puddle. Here in this picture, the sun's heat makes the water in the puddle change to water vapor, and which goes into air. However, you cannot see it, but the water as a gas is in the air. In this picture, the puddle gets smaller as the water disappears. So why it is happening? Because most of the liquid water has changed to gas. Most of the liquid water which it was here has changed to a gas, and some of them absorbed to the ground. Next page. A gas can change back to a liquid. A gas can change back into liquid, and this is called condensation. Repeat, condensation. That's right. The water vapor condenses as it cools and loses energy. Water vapor in the air condenses on a cold car window. As you can see, the girl is drawing a heart on the window. The outside of a cold soft drink can becomes wet on a hot day. The grass on a cool morning may have dew on it. These are all because of condensation. Well, let's answer this question. What happens to water? What happens to water vapor in this girl's warm breath as she breathed on the cold window? Well, the answer is it's condensed into tiny water droplets. Again, what happened to water vapor in this girl's warm breath as she breathed on the cold window? It condensed into tiny water droplet. Thank you so much for watching, guys.